Hi, hello, welcome back to the class, everyone. Next week. Today, we are going to learn about the selection. So, when writing a program using the Pascal language, how to write a selection, right? So, I told you that there are some reserved words in the Pascal, so that we are using these reserved words to write these programs. You can remember, right? So, we learned something like if, there is something like if, then, end if. So there are some words like that, right? So how to use these words in selection? And what is a selection? Everyone knows what is a selection. So selection is selecting something. There are two or more than two selections. So you are selecting something, right? So in selection, under the selection, this if is statement. So how to write a statement? How to write an if statement, right? If condition structure is as follows. So you know this is a part of the flowchart. So there is a rest of the part is not given, and this is only one part of a flowchart. So here there is a selection here, yes or no selection. So is the condition true? Is asking a question. Is the condition true? If yes, it goes with this flow chart, and sorry, no, it goes to uh, a solution. If yes, also there is a statement, right? So how to write a if statement? It is not hard, easy. If condition, you should tell the condition. If condition, whatever the condition, then write down the statement. Then do this. For an example, if she is a girl, then output girl, like that, right? So if you should know, like here there are some words used like if, then, and if. So if, within if there is a condition, you should tell the, you should say the condition, what is the condition, and then do the statement. After that, end the if. End the condition I am telling you. End it. End the if. So this is the pseudocode. Okay, you can remember the pseudocode. And there are two types of if statements, right? One is if, then, and end if. That is a if statement. Here, the statement will be executed if only the condition is satisfied. So in this statement, the if statement will be executed if only the condition is satisfied. If the condition is satisfied, the statement will be executed. For an example, if the input number is only positive, print the number. So I am putting a number. If the number is only positive, then it will show me the output. Otherwise, it won't show me a output, right? For an example, start, get the number. So I am inputting a number here. For an example, we'll say I'm inputting 1 here. 1. Is 1 greater than 0? Is 1 greater than 0? Yes, of course, right? So if it is yes, here the print, it will print the n. It will show me the n. If no, if it is no, then the program will end. For an example, now if I input 1, he is asking, is 1 greater than 0? Yes. So it prints the 1. If I input -1, then it will ask me, is -1 greater than 0? No. Then it won't show me the output. Now understood this flow? Okay. So here the pseudocode. In the pseudocode, begin, input in, if n greater than 0. So this is the statement, the condition. This is the condition. If n greater than 0, then Statement print n. End if n. That is the pseudocode. Now let's see how they write the program. Right? Okay. This is a small program. So as you know, the program name is positive number. You can use whatever the number, but whatever it is, when you start writing a Pascal programming, you should write program. The reserved word program should be written in the beginning of the Pascal. So program. So the name of the program is positive number, positive no, positive no. So there are some inputs and outputs. As you know, this is not necessary. If you want, you can put input and output. If not, the within bracket thing is not necessary. Semicolon. Okay, right. Va. There are some va. Va mean variable, as you know, va n. There is a variable called n, and it is an integer. The n is an integer. End. You should end the first one. Now you are going to begin the program. So begin right line. You know what is the meaning of right line. Right line mean you are starting a new line. Okay. So first one, right line, enter number. What you should do? You should enter the number. That means it shows me, the program is telling to me enter number. It will be written. Then I am entering the number, so the program reads the number. So read number, read n, read the variable n. Then the if statement. If n is greater than 0, then write line positive number. End. That's it, right? If you want, we can do it also in the Pascal. We will try. Okay, we will write as it is in the book. Okay, right. So this is the Pascal. Okay, when you open for the first time, first install it. Okay, first install it in your computer or laptop. Then go to here. Go to start. There is free Pascal. Click on it, and the Pascal will be opened like this for you, right? Okay, now let's write here. File, we are going to write a new one, right? So we will select new. So this is a new one. Here, program, will write as it is in the book, right? Program, positive no. Positive no. This is the name of the program. So there are, as it is, inputs and output. Finish. There is a variable var. Okay, see the color changes, right? So these white colors are reserved words which are in the Pascal program, in reserved words. Okay, so there is a var. The var is n, and it is an integer. Fine, it is an integer. Now begin. Begin the program. Now let some space. Okay, tab. Use the tab. Okay, use the tab, because within the begin we are going to write the program, right? If you for an example, normally we write begin and end, because we know it begins and after that it will end, right? So we will enter and write within these two, within the beginning and the end, we are going to write the statements and all the things the program we are writing within the begin and end, right? Now write down, give some space, right line, open bracket, and within single quotation. Okay, write double, that means type the two single quotation and write down within it. That is a method when you are doing programming. Okay, you know, if you open a bracket, it should be closed. If you open a single quotation, it should be closed, right? And there should be an end also. Right, now write down within the quotation, enter number. Okay, enter number. Next line, we are going to, it is going to read the number. So read n, read the n. Then give some space and write down this if statement. Okay, see, it is tidy, right? When we are writing like that. Okay, now write down if, what is the statement? If n greater than 0, then right line positive number and end. So this is our program. This is our program. This green color, right? Like light blue color. These are the statement, or these are the words which will be going to be appeared in your program. Now we will save this program. Okay, we will save as, we will give the name as positive number, and we will save it. Okay, now we should compile it. What should we do? We should compile it, because these words are understandable by the human, right? That means these are human language. Now we should convert it into computer language, isn't it? So now we are going to compile it. Now compile. When you are compiling, if there are any errors, okay, if there are any errors, it will show you here. Now there are no errors. For that, it is successfully compiled. So compile successfully. Now press any key in your keyboard and it is now compiled. Done. Now it is converted into the computer language. Now for an example, we'll say this full stop is not written. Now I am compiling. See, compile fail, because there is an error in your program. So you now should, what do you call, you should found what is the error here. So here it is given, positive number dot pass 84 fatal syntax error, there is no dot expected but end of file found. So this dot is expected, it is not there, that why it is not successfully compiled. So now what you should do, you should find out the error and complete it and correct the error and compile it. Now it is successfully compiled. Now we are going to run our program. You should run it from here. Run. Okay, you can run it from here, or else you can use the control. You can use the two buttons. Which buttons or which keys? Control key with F9. Okay, right. Okay, now we'll go to the next one. As I told you, there are two types of if conditions, or there are two types of if statements. One is this one, if then end if then else end if. Okay, there are two statements here. In the first one, only one statement. Here, there are two statements. So, if the condition is satisfied, statement 1 is executed. If not, statement 2 is executed. If condition structure is as follows. If condition, then statement 1, else statement 2, end if. Right, this is the pseudo code. Now we are converting the pseudocode into the program, Pascal program. Finding the larger number from two unequal numbers, right? Okay. Program large number, input and output are there. Variables were n1, n2, large. All three are integer. Begin. Write line, enter two numbers. Read n1, n2. If n1 greater than n2, then large equal to n1. Else large equal to n2. There are two statements, right? If n1 is greater than n2, then show us the n1 as the large. If not, show us the n2 as the large. Write line, large number is large, right? Okay, we'll try this one also. And if there are any mistakes, I will find it and I will tell it to you. Okay, right. For an example, okay, we'll take a new one. So this is the Pascal one, new one. Now we are going to write program. See, when you are writing, they are giving you what do you call this, suggestions. Okay, so you can use the suggestions also. If you enter it, the suggestion will be typed there. Program large number. Program is large number. So there are input and output. Okay, next line. Va n1, n2 large. All these are integers. Now begin. Write line, give some space here, write line. Enter two numbers. Now the program is telling to you to enter two numbers. Read n1 and n2. Now you are entering two numbers. So read the n1 and n2. If n1 if n1 greater than n2, then no. Can you remember we learned that capital simple, it is not case sensitive. The words are not case sensitive. That's why I am just writing. For some I am writing capital, for some I am writing simple. It is not case sensitive. Then large equal to n1. Okay. Else large, here write down the large as it is written there, large equal to n2. Variable should be written as it is here. Okay, variable should be written as it is identified here, you should write it down here. Now, okay, finished. Now, write line large number is large. So here it should show us the large. Okay. We will see whether it will work or not. I'm not sure, but we will see. So now compile. Before compiling, you should save it. So we will save as large NO. Okay. Successfully compiled. Now I am going to run. So as they say, they are telling to enter a read line at the end of the statement. Okay. So I just added a read line end of the statement before end. Okay. We'll try and see. It is compiled and we will run it. Enter two numbers. So I am going to enter number 10 and number 145. We'll see what is the large number. It will show us the large number. So the large number is 145. Now understood? So now you know. Okay. So now you know when using only one or two statements, we can use the if and end if or else conditions. And here there are multiple conditions. Okay. For a variable, there are multiple conditions. So then we can use the nested if when there are multiple conditions. For an example, finding the grade when the marks scored by a student for a subject is given as an input. So for an example, when you are having a mark in a subject, there are multiple grades, right? Like A, B, C, S and F or W. So multiple conditions are there. So if this is greater than this, then put this. If less than this, then put this. So there are multiple conditions. So this is the flow chart. Start. I am inputting the marks and there are multiple conditions. So first condition is M greater than or equal 75? If yes, the result should be A. If no, then check is M greater than or equal to 65? If yes, B, or else go no. Is M greater than or equal to 50? If yes, show us the result as C. If no, is the M greater than or equal to 35? If yes, show us S. If no, then the result is F. That means fail. So output the result here. Understood? End. This is the flow chart. So going to the pseudocode, begin, input marks as M. If M greater than or equal to 75, then grade equal A. Else, if M greater than or equal to 65, then grade equal to B. Else, if M greater than or equal to 50, then grade equal to C. Else, if M greater than or equal to 35, then grade equal to S. Else, grade equal to F. Now see how many else's are there here? Like how many ifs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many end ifs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 end ifs are there. So here you can understand if now you should end the ifs if you wrote ifs in the beginning. So count how many ifs are there. You should end them all at the end. So display the grade. After ending all the ifs, display the grade and end the program. So this is the pseudocode. Now let's come to the program, the Pascal program, how to write a Pascal program. Program grade for marks, input, output. var m is an integer, grade is a char, it is a character. Grade is a character. Begin. Right line, enter marks. So it shows us enter the marks. The program is showing to us enter mark. Read m. If m greater than or equal to 75, then grade equal to A. Else, if m greater than or equal to 65, then grade equal to B. Else, if m greater than or equal to 50, then grade equal to C. Else, if m greater than or equal to 35, then grade equal to S. Else, grade is F. So it is checking, the program is checking, is it greater than or equal to 75? No. Then it goes to the other condition, other condition, other condition. If it doesn't matches any condition from the above, then it shows us as F. Right line, grade, whatever the grade, and here the grade. Okay. N. Using case statement. When a variable has multiple conditions, rather than using if, then, else, end if conditions repeatedly, it is easier to use case statement. Now here there are else, if, isn't it? So rather than using if and else, it is easier to use the case condition or case statement. There is another statement called case. It is used instead of the if else condition, right? Okay, let's go to that and let's find it. What is it? Or is it easier? We will find. Program find grade, input, output. var marks, it is integer, grade is character, char. Begin. Right line, enter marks, read marks, case marks of. Now I am going to talk about a case. This is a case, okay? So the case marks. The case is marks. What is the case? The marks of, if it is 0 between 0 35. See, two dots are here. Two dots mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until 34. 0 until 34. Then the grade should be equal to W. If I'm not writing if here, okay? 35 until 49 grade is S. 50 until 64 grade is C. 65 until 74 grade is B. 75 until 100 grade is A. Okay, upside down here, right? There we identified the grades from A, B, C, S and W, F, right? Here it goes upside down. From the W, it comes to the highest number. Else, right line, invalid marks. If it is not matching any case from these are cases. This is case number 1. This is case number 2. This is case number 3. This is case number 4. Okay. So, if this mark is not matching any of the cases below here, what you should do? You should show me invalid marks. It is an invalid marks. End. If, now another thing. If it is not matching this one, then invalid marks. End. If marks greater than or equal to 0, and marks less than or equal to 100, then write line grade is great. Grade is great. Grade mean this one. WSCBA, this. End. Until we will meet again at the next class. Thank you for joining the class, everyone, and have a nice day.